this isn't a different kind of college. You have a different kind of invocation. So it doesn't matter whether you sit or stand. The Creator will still recognize you and know who you are. So each can say their own prayer, and I will say my prayer. And it's for the graduates. Grandfather, God, saints and sages of all religions, we thank you for this one more day on your Mother Earth. Grandfather, we thank you that you have given the strength and power in the legs, limbs, and bodies of these young people to bring them to this point in their life. Grandfather, we thank you that you have brought to them the strength of their heart so they can feel the love and concern for all. Grandfather, we thank you for giving them the minds so that they can use the minds for the power that they need to be on this earth and progress. The grandfather has given all of you all of these things. But those are things that he gives you. He gives all of us. It is those few, such as those students sitting here tonight, that use all of them. And they use them to progress in this world, in this life. And that's the way the grandfather wanted it. No one to stand still, but to use all he has given you. So, grandfather, we thank you for all these blessings that all these young people have put to good use.
I see a few vacant chairs there. Would you raise your hand if you have a vacant chair alongside of you? And people who don't have chairs, just feel free to slide in there. Thank you, Joe. I always feel quite humble when I'm in front of so many of my tribal members. But on behalf of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes, I would like to welcome everyone here tonight. It seems to be a better turnout than it was last year. And I would like to give my own personal, warm and sincere congratulations to the graduates who have put so much time, dedication, hard work into getting to where they're at this point in their life. And also a special welcome to all the proud parents and the families of the graduates. You have a right to be proud of your children, your daughters, your sons. They've accomplished a lot. And with that, I would like to thank Joe McDonald and his dedicated staff for bringing these students along the way that they have. Made them feel like they have accomplished something, which they have. The guidance that they've given them, the long hours that they've put in. And I just feel very gratified to be here tonight and have the opportunity to address all of my people. And I thank you.
Thanks, Joe. I see all these pros they didn't have no papers to look from, so here's my papers. Okay, good evening, everybody. On behalf of the student body of Salish Kootenai College, I have a bet with somebody out in the audience and I wasn't supposed to screw up, but they won. Okay, on behalf of the Student Council of Salish Kootenai College, I would like to thank everybody for attending tonight's festivities. Tonight's graduates have now achieved the most important educational goal in their life, a goal attained by self-commitment and dedication. I'm sure each graduate could single out a special instructor who has had a positive effect on their life by providing encouragement and direction in the difficult times. Congratulations to the graduates and a special thank you to the members of the faculty. On behalf of the student body, I would like to wish each graduate the very best in pursuing their next educational goal. Remember the quote, "First we followed, then we led, now through life's road we must tread." Also, we've come, remaining true to our customs and culture, kindling campfires of wisdom anew. So with hope for our people's future, we sing this song for you. We sing this song for you, SKC. We sing this song for you, SKC. You have given us the freedom just to be. We'll remember you, SKC. No matter what we do, SKC, for your knowledge gave us the wings of liberty. Thank you.
Talk about an old pro. She's hiding us. It's really a pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker tonight. He's certainly not new to our reservation or to our community. I first met Dr. John Hunt way back in about 1966 or 67 when the Head Start program and the community workers came to work under the old community action programs. John did some training for them, and he's been an ally of ours and a helper ever since, telling us where we should be improving. He has led us through our accreditation effort, was the person who was kind of the whipper, make sure all of our writing was done, and then did the job of editing our self-study that went forward to the accreditation team. He's a big help to all of us. It's a real pleasure to present to you Dr. John Hunt.
Before I start my comments this evening, I would like to share with President McDonald, platform guests, graduates, and the guests in the audience tonight, that when I received a call recently asking if I would give the commencement address this evening, it was difficult for me to respond because I consider this to be one of the greatest honors which I've ever received. 1984 is a very special year for all of us, in one way or another. The Olympics are being held in Los Angeles, in the United States, after an absence of several years. For you ladies, you remember this is leap year. Several years ago, a gentleman by the name of Orwell wrote a book predicting what would be happening to those of us who were alive in 1984. And as President McDonald has mentioned, Salish Kootenai College has come a very long way in a very short time. Hopefully, and we are anticipating a very favorable response from the Northwest Association of Schools and Colleges, which will grant or award full accreditation to the college in a period of 4 years. And that is unheard of in my tenure in education. There is a one-liner which states, "We are like tea bags. We only find the limits of our strength when we get into hot water." And several recent reports have criticized our educational system and consequently have placed us in hot water by publishing findings which indicate that graduates from our various educational institutions are of low quality, unknowledgeable, illiterate, and without the skills to be competent, contributing members in everyday life. My response to these reports is to remind students, educators, and parents that similar studies have been published over the years which have forecast the same type of doomsday results. These former reports have been and still are being questioned and challenged and proven to be inaccurate by researchers in education and the other social sciences. I fully expect a groundswell of the same type of response to be made to these latest attacks on education. And to the members of the class of 1984, when considering such accusations and demeaning statements directed at your competencies, knowledge, and skills, I propose that you consider the following 5 facts about yourselves. First, each of you is a unique person, one of a kind, no duplicate anywhere in the world. Secondly, that no one can predict, not even you, the masterful contributions which you may render to this nation, to yourselves, and to your families in the future. You are the most positive, spiritual resource and force for educational, social, and economic change, as well as stability in existence. Most of what you learn and have learned comes to you subtly, without your even knowing. And fifthly, you shall call forth the necessary and sufficient information and skills required for competence at the moment that your individual touch of genius is needed. There is nothing more exhilarating nor humbling than to stand before a group such as you, for you represent the past, the present, as well as the future. You have the capacity to make a difference, and that is the charge which I place upon you this evening. Make a difference. If these latest educational research reports are correct about your capabilities, then we must reject your individual and collective touches of genius. And that, my friends, is totally unacceptable to me. For you see, there is one critical element that such reports omit, and that is your invisible knowledge and skill for problem solving. Your parents, your instructors, and I would refer to this as good old-fashioned horse sense. And you don't find it in textbooks, and you don't find it in competency-based tests. You acquire it through experience and by modeling your elders in everyday life. What is the link between the 5 facts about you, those who attack our educational systems, and your touch of genius? The link is that you must always believe that you are limited only by your spirit, your imagination, your creativity, and your common sense. Your spirit allows you always to question and to receive guidance. Your imagination allows you to put old ideas into new formats and combinations. Your creativity allows you to explore and to synthesize. And your common sense allows you to apply new solutions to old problems. You need only to borrow a lyric from Neil Diamond. That is, I am, I say. You must risk in the pursuit of your individual and collective dreams. And in so doing, you must dare, you must respond, you must experience, you must aspire, and you must master. You have taken these first steps, for this truly is a commencement, a beginning. It's one more challenge which you have met and have conquered. Those of us from previous generations cannot give the world to you, for it is not ours to give. And I don't believe that we would give it to you, even if it were within our power. But what we can do, and hopefully have done, is to provide you with the benefit of experience and wisdom, and to assist you in preparing for the present and future as reflected from the past. Believe in your touch of genius, and never forget that we are like tea bags heading for hot water. For it is in your movement back and forth between joy and sorrow that you become human. And because you are human, you will never lose your touch of genius. Thank you.
Every college has an outstanding person that makes things really work. The college is going to be a success. We at Salish Kootenai College owe this to a fellow that has a couple of different nicknames. We call him Two-Stride when he's really on the move, because when he wants something done or he wants us to get something done, he can walk from his building to where I work with 2 strides. I won't talk about the other names, but he's truly a hard worker, dedicated person to the Indian people here on the reservation, dedicated to education, and it's a pleasure to present Gerald Slater, who's going to present the class.
Thank you. Tonight is with great pride and honor that I say we have 35 graduates to present to you. We have 14 Associate of Arts degree, 8 Associate of Applied Science degree, 1 Associate of a Science degree, and 12 certificates of completion. This is truly a very important day in the lives for these students. It shows to you, their family, their friends, and the community that they can set goals, work for them, and attain them. And it's very important. They've proved it to themselves, and they've proved it to you. So we are very proud of them. They have worked hard for the past 2 years, many of them, to attain this degree. They also owe something to the people who have helped them. And at this time, I'd like to introduce those people who have helped them, their faculty. I'll announce your name, and would you please rise when I announce your name? Dave Moore, English teacher. Moselle Paulson, Secretarial Science. Mary Taylor, Secretarial Science. Pat Hurley, Science. Bob Claver, Math. Boy, I'm nervouser than I thought. Peter, would you please rise? I can't remember your last name. Joan Siebert, Early Childhood Education. Bob Lehman, Carpentry. Jim, Carpentry. John Dale, Forestry. Joyce Silverthorne, Secretarial Science. Ellen Swaney, Developmental Studies. Anita Dupuy, Business. And Jean, our librarian, Jean Felsman. Adrian Amons, our speech teacher. Thank you. So it's with great pleasure I do present these graduates to you. Thank you.
We have another fellow up here on the stage that doesn't choose to make a speech, but he has been a very dedicated person to our college. I know he makes enough speeches at Folsom, so he doesn't want to make them here. But our board chairman, Darrell Dupuy, has served on our board since the college started, has been our board chairman for the past 4 years. So let's give Daryl a hand. Okay, well, the first row, come up, please. Receiving an Associate of Arts degree, Richard Allen Hardy. Lauren B. Peterson. Jane King. Degree in General Studies, Liberal Arts option, Natalie R. Kemnell. Associate of Arts degree in General Studies, Liberal Arts option, Ruben Matthias. Associate of Arts degree, General Studies, Liberal Arts option, Sylvia May McLeod. Associate of Arts degree, General Studies, Liberal Arts option, Joseph H. Pablo. Associate of Arts degree in Human Services Technology, Roger Hayden Fleenor. Associate of Arts degree, Human Services Technology, Adele Ray Martin. Associate of Arts degree, Human Services Technology, Lucinda Ann Martin. Only second row, come up, please. Associate of Arts degree, Human Services Technology, Wanda Matey. Associate of Arts degree, Human Services Technology. Let me see here, we're out of order. Lois, well, I know what I'm mixed up because Renee has gotten a big time. Lois, Renee, the Framboise, McClure. She thought we were having second thoughts. Associate of Arts degree, Human Services Technology, Sharon Louise Mitchell. Associate of Arts degree in Human Services Technology, also a certificate in Early Childhood Education, Linda Ann Rodriguez. Associate of Applied Science degree in Computer Science, Hendrik J. Hugin. Associate of Applied Science degree, Computer Science, Lee Stewart Slater. Associate of Applied Science degree, Secretarial Science, Genevieve J. Kayai. Associate of Applied Science degree, Secretarial Science, Donna L. Hefner. Associate of Applied Science degree, Secretarial Science, D.J. Mangle Shaw. Associate of Applied Science degree in Secretarial Science, Carol L. McClure. Okay, if the next row would come up, please. Receiving a certificate of completion in building trades, Marie Ashley. Receiving a certificate of completion in building trades, Edward Johnson. Receiving a certificate of completion in early childhood education, Lisa Adams. Certificate of completion in early childhood education, Teresa Topaz. Certificate of completion in secretarial science, Colleen Marie Bird. Certificate of completion in secretarial science, Jolene Durgawol. Certificate of completion in secretarial science, Linda K. Eschbaugh. Certificate of completion in secretarial science, Karen M. Whitworth. This completes our graduating class. Let's give them all a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to present our Director of Student Services, person responsible for the registration of students, the admission, the counseling, scholarships in her area. It's a real pleasure to present Alice Oxley.
This is a really exciting part for our students. We have some scholarships to award for some returning students, and they don't know who they are yet. For the third year in a row, Gareth Moon is with us tonight, and he's awarding a scholarship from the Northern Montana Forestry Association. Gareth? Foresight.
Thank you all. As she says, I'm here again. I'm getting so I kind of like it. I've told several people that presidents of other schools, for example, that you ought to get a drum because it makes it kind of interesting. Before I get into this awarding these scholarships, I want to make a couple of comments. First, these scholarships are based on need and interest and overall performance of the students, and they're in the forestry program. Because I am a kind of an outsider looking in, and I can be objective, we give away thousands of dollars over the years in scholarships. And Chairman Feldman, Chairman Dupuy, and the parents, I think there's a message I have for you that I think you'd be interested in hearing. You would think today that if you go out and offer money to students with scholarships and so forth, that there'd be a big long line there to get the money. But you'd be surprised at the roadblocks that some of the schools put in your way when you try to give students money. We give a large number of scholarships to the University of Montana, to the Flathead Community College, vocational forestry students, and of course the Salish Kootenai College. So we've had some experience in this, and we do want to take a minute here and salute 4 people on the staff here that have done an outstanding job in coming to us and talking to us about these scholarships. We started out with Ruth Silverthorne. She came to us first and told us that there was a college here and that they could use some scholarships. And Alice Oxley, Don Dale, and President Joe followed up and made it real easy to come down and hand out some scholarships to students. All right? Down in Missoula, I have a wife, little girl, and on occasion she can really climb when she wants to. And I have several daughters and granddaughters, and I've always found out from them that women come first. So Dolores Davis is the first one that These scholarships are for $375 a piece, no strings attached. Whoever gets them can spend it any way they, or whoever influences them, want to spend it. I have some trouble pronouncing names maybe, but this is not too hard. And Mark Peasley. Tom Mason. Last is Jesse Azure. Thank you very much for the time, and I hope that we'll be able to just keep on doing this for a long, long time. It's the best thing I'm doing in retirement. I really enjoy it.
Next, I'd like to present Mr. Dennis Fish from Missoula Distributing Company with a $1,000 scholarship for our lucky students returning next year.
Thank you, Alice. Ladies and
gentlemen. Basically, the only criteria we have, probably it's much tougher for our scholarship. The faculty picks the person that receives it. And it's just as much a surprise when I walk in here as to the recipient. I think we all share an excitement on graduation night. So many of these fine young individuals are starting out in life to pursue some of their dreams, and hopefully this young individual will have an opportunity to catch a couple of them. The recipient of our scholarship is Sharon Barnaby. Sharon, would you come up?
Thank you, Garrett and Dennis. That was wonderful. This time I'd like to present Jerry Slater that has an announcement to make.
I'd like to give a special thanks tonight to someone who has been a good friend of us at the college, and I know he's going to be really appreciated by two young ladies at Salish Kootenai College. The gentleman wrote a grant for an exchange program with France for the tribally controlled colleges across the nation. Students here applied, and two young ladies were selected to go. The gentleman who worked hard to do this, and as a consequence, there are 20 Indian students from across the nation meeting in Denver on the 14th of July, spending 1 month on an exchange program to France with all expenses paid, is Dr. Clyde Patrick Morris. Will you please rise, Clyde? The two young ladies who received this scholarship of a sort are Natalie Kenmill. Will you please rise? And Adele Martin. Will you please rise? Have a good time. I wish I was going with you.
Neglected to say that they're going to be accompanied by the principal superintendent of the Two Eagles School, a wild Irishman from Dixon, Mike O'Donnell, would you rise? We have another special award that we want to make to two fellows that have worked exceptionally hard getting this graduation ready, getting us ready for our accreditation visit. The faculty never cease to be amazed how pleasant these two fellows are to work with. The visiting team, when they visited our campus, was very impressed with how clean and nice our campus and our buildings were. I never cease to be amazed with how pleasant they are to work with. And so on behalf of the faculty and the staff, we'd like to present Dennis and Bill with a couple of ribbon shirts. Would you come up here, Dennis and Bill?
I don't know what to say. Joe done it to me again here. I'd just like to say how I love all you people. Students, faculties, just everyone. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
May I thank each and every one of you for what you've done to me. No, but I love you all. One of our graduates wrote a song Sue read the words to the song. One of our English instructor, David Moore, who is a folk singer, put music to the song. And so tonight, David Moore and Gene Felsman are going to present the song.
We'll release the song, you'll sing it, right? We're delighted that Sue read it so you all know it now. And I must say that Roger wrote the music as well as the words of the song. There are a few copies passed around. Anybody who has them, please open your throats and let it sing. We'll go through it once or twice. When the world's a little older and all our hard work is done, we can look back over our shoulder and see how far we've come. Remaining true to our customs and culture, in the campfire of wisdom anew. So with hope for our people's future, we sing this song for you. Sing a song for you, SKC. We sing a song for you, SKC. You have given us the freedom just to be. We'll remember you, SKC, no matter what we do, SKC. For your knowledge gave us the wings of liberty. Now you can all sing it, right? When the world's a little older and all our hard work is done, we can look back over our shoulder and see just how far we've come. Remaining true to our customs and culture, in the campfires of wisdom anew. So with hope for our people's future, sing this song for you. Sing this song for you.
Kootenai Coyote Drums. New drum group that came in from Spokane, Wellpinett, Washington, Elmo, Montana, Mormon Pat, the Mormon Kid.
Doing all right.
You ready? Yeah. Well, particular the students and the staff to get in this round. drummers.